Hello there and welcome to our GBWC Korea 2019 coverage. There are over 310 entries this year, quite a lot. There's a lot of things that we need to sift through, but first, a very big thank you to Alfred Alcantara Jr. for providing with us every single shot of every single entry from the event itself. Very awesome of you, Alfred. A very big thank you once again. Now, if any one of you are actually going to GBWC in the near couple of months and would like to support our channel by providing us with some of the pictures and videos, we would really appreciate the hookup. So do let us know if any one of you can support us. We will take as many footage as we can from any country, from every individual, right? So do let us know if you can support us out. And before we begin, just a little small favor to ask, if you're not a subscriber yet, please subscribe to our channel. We're a very small channel on YouTube. We're trying to hit 100,000 subscribers. So it only take a second, and if you could, that would really help us out a lot. Thank you very much. As usual, how we would like to do our GWC coverage as per last year, we would like to go through some of the entries that we thought are quite noteworthy, and we will share with you our top 5 picks of what we think is going to be likely champion or runner-ups from what the judges see. Then again, it's very limited to what we see from the footage here provided by Alfred. So we may not be able to see every single angle, every single imperfections or the painting, but I think it's good enough from what we are able to see here. Okay, and of course tomorrow is Sunday, where judges will actually give their verdict on who will be the champion for all the different categories for GBWC Korea. So we will see whether our top 5 picks are exactly what the judges pick. So stay tuned for the results on Sunday tomorrow. Now, before we get to the top 5 picks from GBWC 2019 Korea, I would like to talk about some of my observation from the footage that we've seen. Number one, this is the first time I actually see how they organize all the separate entries in Korea. And I have to say, the first thing I noticed was, wow, every single entry gets their own compartment and space, and also lighting to showcase their work. And I thought that's actually quite awesome, because if you compare that to some of the other countries' GBWC setup, I believe because of space restrictions, most of the entries are jumbled up together in a very small space. But for GBWC Korea, as you can see here, every single entry, well, except some of the junior entries, most of them actually get their own compartment and also space and also lighting, which is seriously very awesome, because when you are looking at the entries in both front and back, as you can see here as well, you can see the entries from both sides. You can see it in a very focused manner, so you're not actually distracted because there are so many entries very close to each other, as what we've seen from most of the other countries' GBWC. So that is something that I believe the organizers in Korea that's doing an awesome job. And hopefully maybe GBWC 2020 we will see more countries adopting this approach. Hopefully, well, but then again, I know there's always the issue of cost, because obviously to set up a cubicle compartment space such as this for every single entry is probably going to be very expensive and also hard to set up. So that's one thing that I see. Second observation, I think compared to GBWC Korea 2018, we seriously don't see a lot of big entries. And when I say big entries, I mean, entries that is really big in terms of scale, big in terms of diorama. Compared to last year, this year seems a little bit more tame. So I'm wondering what happened, right? Maybe most of the big builders, big time builders in Korea are taking a break for 2019 and saving their bullets for 2020. That could be possible, but that is just purely my observation. So if you guys think otherwise, let me know, because this is the first time I'm seeing all the entries from Korea. So that's actually quite interesting. There are not a lot of intense big build, big dioramas that when you see it you go, wow, amazing. This year I would say that the entries are a little bit more tame compared to GBWC Korea 2018. So that's my second observation. Now, third observation, I would say that compared to all the different GBWC that we've seen this year in 2019, the builds and the entries for Korea, they are quite clean. They are not very dirty, very greasy, they are not battle damaged, not weathered as much compared to the other countries. And most of the entries that we are seeing here, they are very clean build, purely showcasing the quality of the build in terms of paint job as well. So that is something that's quite interesting, that is very unique to Korea, I suppose. Okay, so that's something new as well. Now, thirdly, as you guys know, I love mono eyes, and when we look at the GBWC Korea entries, what I mean it was GBWC Hong Kong entry a couple of weeks back, there were actually quite a lot of mono eyes. But this time around, if you look at all the entries from Korea, well, there are actually a lot more Gundams on display versus mono eye. So a very big difference in terms of moments of preference to use to showcase for the GBWC event. You definitely see a lot more Gundams here than mono eyes as compared to other countries like Australia and also Hong Kong. So that was actually quite interesting. And out of the 300 plus entries, there are a lot of junior entries. So some of the footage here you will see and say, wow, that's very basic. Say yes, those are a lot of very basic build, because those are probably young kids entries, which I think is good, right? It's showcasing that there are a lot of new people entering the hobby at a very young age in Korea. So these guys or girls might blossom into professional builders in the near future. So there's gonna be some intense competition coming up in Korea very, very soon. So gotta watch out. So I always think that it's a very good sign when we see a lot of new junior entry. It just means that there's gonna be a lot more people participating. Not a lot of people worried about, is GBWC too intense? I'm not ready for it. But by the looks of Korea, there are a lot of junior entry, so there's not too much of a barrier of entry for the young people anymore. So that's good. Another observation was I don't see any open hatch entry for Korea. So I've been going on and on about open hatch entries, and surprisingly there are not even a single open hatch entry. So I think open hatch entry for GBWC is probably gonna be a dying breed, and we can pretty much forget about seeing any open hatch entries in upcoming GBWC in the near future. That's at least what I think, right? Another theme that I spotted when I was editing the footage for this video was there are a lot of master grade Gundam Dynames. Seriously, there are a lot of entries, and I'm not going to tell you which one. I didn't put them all into a bunch, so have fun spotting Dynames. There's quite a lot of interesting take and variation for Gundam Dynames master grade build for GBWC Korea 2019. So have fun spotting them, and I think at least everybody used a different take of how they want to represent Gundam Dynames. So that's quite interesting. I believe GBWC 2019, what I mean is GBWC 2020 next year, we will probably see a lot of real great new Gundam and also master grade Barbatos entries. So that is what I believe, right? So as we've seen here, there are a lot of master grade Dynames entries after the kit was finally released. So that's quite interesting. Another observation was there are a lot of unicorn Gundam. Seriously, there are a lot of unicorn Gundam as well. I think when you look through the footage, you will see that, wow, probably at least 10 easily. A lot of different takes and variation as well. So different sizes as well. I think there's also some 1/48 scale mega size. So that's actually quite interesting. So all in all, I think from my observation, a lot of clean builds, a lot of Gundam instead of mono eyes. Surprisingly, not many big diorama, many big sets that demands your attention, with their presence. That was quite missing from this year's GBWC Korea. So not sure why. Maybe the builders are taking a break. I don't know what's happening in Korea this year. So I do have to say, yes, don't take me wrong, I'm not saying that I'm a very good builder, but compared to some of the other GBWC that we've seen so far in 2019, the entries for Korea is seriously a bit underwhelming, but there are some good entries nevertheless. So let's see whether our top 5 picks, which we will share with you right now, is going to be what the judges will pick tomorrow at the Sunday judging session. Now, nothing beats looking at the entries in close-up and also in person itself, but because we can't be in Korea to look at all the separate entries, we can only judge based on the pictures that we are seeing here. So there's obviously some caveats, we are judging the entries from one angle only, and also based on the pictures that we are seeing here. So we probably will make a little bit of mistake and not being able to see the entry in the right context or perspective to give it the justice that it requires. So if we did not pick your entry as one of the top 5, hey, don't feel bad, we probably did not get a very good look based on the picture itself. So here goes our top 5. Now, number 1 is this guy. I just really like this mobile suit grunt unit. It's based on a scene from the enemy itself, I believe, but overall very nice build. Next one is this Exia Avalanche. I really like the overall complexity and detail that's gone into it. Definitely something that the judges will pick, I believe. Now, this concept, the wood carving concept, of course, Thailand has won the entry last year based on this concept as well. Not sure whether they're going to repeat that again, but this entry really caught my eye, right? This diorama of the Gundam wing rising from the ashes. Seriously amazing build, very complex, probably something the judges will pick. This Master Grade Gundam Blitz, very awesome finishing with the stained glass finishing look, is something I think the judges would definitely pick as well. And finally, this diorama of the GMs and the Gundam ball, I believe it was the ball, right? So that is probably something that the judges will pick as one of the runner-ups or winner for GWC Korea 2019. So I'm not going to be talking for the next half an hour. I think you guys will probably get bored hearing my voice. So I would like to say thank you guys for supporting our channel and for staying with us all this while. If you could, seriously, please subscribe and leave a comment down below of what you think and whether you agree with our observation for GBWC Korea 2019. I do find that the entries are a little bit underwhelming. Perhaps most of the big time gurus are seriously saving their big entries for 2020. Maybe they're just taking a break. But overall, they are actually a lot more clean build, showcasing their painting skills, and also a lot more Gundam, Dynamis, Unicorn, you name it, you'll see it. So overall, good job to the organizers and Bandai for showcasing all the separate entries in their own space and lighting, right? Let us know which one are your top picks in the comment section, and which one do you think is going to be champion for GBWC Korea. Would love to hear your comment down below. Thank you guys for watching, and again, a very big thank you to Alfred Alcantara Jr. for providing the pictures to us. And if you guys are going to any GWC event in the near future and would like to support our channel by giving us some of the footage and pictures of the entries, we would really appreciate that. Thank you guys for watching and have a great weekend, guys.